might be a little light today because I usually send out a little text to friends and family to remind them that it's huddle time. And today I was sleeping in and didn't have time. So, okay, it may just be you and me today. It may just be me and me today, but we will post this. We will make it available to the public, and hopefully it's going to help somebody. So that is my disclaimer for the morning. If you're here, if you're finding this video on Sunday morning, then know that you can find this video any Sunday morning or whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. So we're here every single Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. People are texting and stuff. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. So that is our every week. I'm here. It's a Healthy Habits Huddle. We huddle up every week to talk about your health. And I always encourage you at the end, when I'm done talking, and I won't talk long, but when I'm done talking, take a few minutes, set a timer, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you have to make your life even richer and happier and more fulfilling, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So take a little time once I'm done talking. I got some good for you today. Take a little time once I'm done talking and really focus on you and your health. Yana! Yes, I'm so glad you're here. I forgot. Yo, I did not text anybody this morning. So, Yana, I'm glad you're here. Fresh, clean start. Good morning. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses. I'm so happy you're here. Healthy hair riddles. I always want to say Healthy Habits Huddle when I see Healthy Hair Riddles. Happy to see you, baby. I'm so glad. All right, I got my people in the house. Okay, Eric, good morning. How are you? I hope the other Eric makes it too. Okay, so I have something amazing for you today. We're going to talk about, are you hungry or are you just bored AF? Now we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna talk to you about 3 things: how to distinguish between actual hunger and not actual hunger. What to do if you are just actually bored and not really hungry, some things you can do. And then third, if you're having cravings that are real, like craving drives that are coming like biologically into your consciousness, like this is being driven by something physiological, then I have another suggestion for you too. So big, important things today. So first things first, how do you tell, and you can drop in the comments if you have an idea, how do you tell if you're actually hungry versus if you're just looking for stimulation, bored, unhappy, whatever like that? Do you have any ideas? Let me know if you have any ideas. How do you tell the difference between actual hunger and not actual hunger? And I'll tell you how I even found out about this. I did a fast one time. The longest fast I've ever done, water fast. The longest water fast I've ever done was 15 days. And so I didn't eat any food during those 15 days. I just had water, and it definitely taught me a lot about how dangerous it isn't to be hungry. So that was a thing. So yeah, definitely like the video. Hello, sister. Hi. What is this? Bhavana? Bhavna, I'm sorry, girl, I could not read. How are you? Yes, okay, Yana has an answer. She says, stomach rumbling, feels sluggish. Ooh, good combo. Lindell, oh my God, I was just saying, I hope you make it. Hello, hello, hello. Happy to see you here today. All right, hello, India is in the house. So Yana is on to something. All right, let's get into it. Stomach growling, which Yana mentioned, but she also mentioned feeling sluggish. Okay, so stomach growling versus true hunger. Okay, so stomach growling is a thing, but let's find out what it is. When your stomach growls, this is called MMC, and I forgot what MMC stands for. I forgot what it stands for, but this is something that the medical community understands is a normal thing that happens. It's like something to do with the motility. It's like your stomach is actually, when your stomach is growling, your stomach is actually like cleaning. It's like vacuuming itself out. So you might feel that gurgling, that hollow feeling. It usually happens 2 to 3 hours after eating or if you're fasting, and it will pass if you stay busy or get distracted. Okay, so it's just a house cleaning thing. It's like vacuuming. So this is something that the medical community understands and accepts, and also global wisdom throughout the years. They know, they honor it, in traditional cultures might honor it as cleansing and resetting for digestion. So if your stomach is just growling, it might not actually be need food yet. So that is the stomach growling thing. Really, generally, if you just have stomach growling by itself, it's just your body cleaning itself. And how great is that? And it's, oh, Shelly made it. Oh, she said the hair. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. We'll discuss after. Okay, so If it's growling only, then your stomach's just cleaning itself. But she also said, Yana also said in her brilliant answer, feeling kind of tired, feeling sluggish, whatever. So when it's true hunger, you get this sensation that builds up gradually, and it doesn't just happen in those little waves. Physical signs, like she said, low energy, foggy mind, you feel irritable. Now here's a real litmus test. If your stomach is growling, or if you think you're hungry and the only thing that sounds good is like chocolate, sugar, potato chips, salt, that kind of like stimulating food, then it's probably not true hunger. Now, if you really like the idea of plain simple foods like plain rice or eggs or apples, if that sounds good, if you're craving a Snickers bar and somebody says, hey, I have an apple, and you want to knock their block off, you're not probably really hungry. You're probably having a craving from your neurology, which we're going to talk about in our section 3 today. This is section 1. Okay, so if plain simple food sounds good, it might be actual hunger, and actual hunger does not fade with distraction. It builds up because your hormone ghrelin rises until you eat. So that would be recognized traditionally as the right time to nourish your body. Let's see here. Jaspreet says, did you lose weight on the 15-day water fast? Yes. Dropped like this. And as soon as I started eating regular food again, it crept right back up, because I think I lost a lot of probably water weight. And I think when you eat carbohydrates, your body, I've heard the relationship, like the more carbs we eat, the more water we hold. It's like four molecules of water for every molecule of carbs. Do not quote me on that. I'm not a scientist, but it's something like that. So that's why when people leave the carbs alone, they drop weight really quickly, because it's a lot of water weight. So on that 15-day water fast that I did, I dropped a ton of weight. And then as soon as I started eating regular food again, and I wasn't even picking out, but you just feel it go do 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 do. And I did a 10-day water fast before that, years before that, and it was the same thing. Immediate drop in weight, and then did it back up to my normal weight. Fortunately, I didn't, rebound or anything. Thank you, Steve. Hi. Okay, so again, that Yana answered brilliantly. If your stomach is only growling, don't worry about it. You don't need to eat. It's just your body cleaning itself. And it's important for that cleansing to happen. I don't have it here in my notes, but it's like it prevents like bacterial overgrowth and does a lot of important things. So stomach growling is actually a healthy thing. But if it's growling and low energy and simple food sounds good, you probably have true hunger, as Yana was indicating. But yeah, if it's just craving like chips and chocolate and stuff, boredom or stimulation seeking, which is section 2. So we did section 1. Section 2 is if you are just bored, right? You're just like, oh, my stomach's wrong. Oh my God, I need to eat. And that's the other thing I want to say. If you are actually hungry, first of all, stomach growling, as we've learned, could be just a healthy sign. Thank you for the hearts, babies. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate y'all. So if your stomach is growling, we've learned it might not actually even be hunger unless those other things are there. Like you're actually starting to feel your drain, your glycogen levels are low and your energy's going down and all that kind of stuff. And plain food sounds good. Okay, then you might actually be hungry. But if you it's not an emergency. Like that was one of the biggest things that I learned through my fast is like being actually hungry is not an emergency. It's a good idea to stop and nourish your body, but it's not like, oh my goodness, I haven't eaten in 2 hours. Pull over. If you're feeling that sense of urgency around eating, I think there may be something else going on. Maybe a real craving thing that you're having, or you've just trained yourself that, oh my goodness, it's an absolute emergency in life if I don't eat the second I feel actual hunger. So, okay, second section we're going to get into is talking about, no. Second thing we're going to get into is actually talking about the top 10 things to do if you discover that you're actually eating out of boredom a lot. You're looking for that stimulation, that spark of excitement from, tasting something, having some, texture, having something beautiful, and the temperature is cold. Hold on, let's have a little something. Something bubbly, something delicious. If you're looking for stimulation, here are top 10 things to do instead of just eating, because it's not good to eat too much. All right, so one thing you could do is you can change your scenery. You can step outside, go for a walk, move to a different room, because a shifted environment can often reset cravings. 2, hydrate with intention. Drink some water. Herbal tea, drink it slowly, fill yourself up. A lot of times that will, thirst can distract itself as like needing a snack, not necessarily real. Move your body for a couple minutes, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, take a little walk, do some air squats, jump on a trampoline, jump on your bed. I don't know, do somersaults, do cartwheels, do whatever you want to do, but just move your body for 2 to 5 minutes. Maybe that a lot of times, can give you a quick movement can give the same dopamine lift as a snack. A lot of times we're looking for dopamine. We're doing all this. Thank you for the hearts, my loves. Let's see here. Steve says, I honestly drink out of boredom and I know it's bad. If you're drinking alcohol, look into, I'm going to stick around for part 3. I don't want to spoil it, but stick around for part 3. There may be something for you, my love. Okay, so then another thing you can do if you're just bored, engage your senses. Now, this is interesting. So putting on fragrance, lotion, essential oils, chewing mint flavored gum, hold something textured or cooling. So like a little ice pack or something that's cool. Cravings are sensory. So if you can meet them with different senses, sometimes that'll help bring down the craving. So number 5 out of our 10 things that you can do instead of eating, if you actually are just looking for a little brain stimulation, little hit, micro clean or organize. You can wipe down a counter, tidy a drawer, etc. A small win like that gives the brain a hit of satisfaction without actually doing the food or the alcohol or whatever people sometimes do. A creative outlet, you could set a timer and doodle or journal or color or do something that you like that's creative for like 3 minutes or something like that, because it redirects restless brain energy into expression, creativity, which is beautiful. 7, breathing reset. Take 5 to 10 slow, deep breaths where you inhale for 4, exhale for 6, or box breathing or whatever you're into. And that will often help a craving fade once the nervous system calms down. So you might be all stuck up in fight or flight. And if you can breathe deeply, you can reset your vagus nerve and all that stuff and get your body going like, oh, we can relax. We don't have to be on edge, which can sometimes make you think, okay, I need to eat, I need to do something. And number 8, connection. Call or text somebody. Sending a kind or funny message gives a social dopamine spark that replaces the craving. Mind candy, like if you do a little mind puzzle or something like that, like read a short article or do a word crossword or something like that. That is stimulation without food as well. And number 10, you can delay and decide later. So you say, okay, if I still want it in 10 minutes, I can have it. And then go on about your life. You might just forget about it. So those are 10 things to do if you are, if you're not, if you realize that you're just bored and you're not actually hungry. Healthy Hair says dopamine snack. Yes, I like the exercise for 2 to 5 minutes. Take a lap or 2 around your office. I love that. I love that. Doing that at work can be really important because work can be a stressful environment, and you can build up all of that tension and you can work it out rather than shoving food to try to bring yourself back into balance, or walk up and down the stairs twice. I know that's right. Steve says, wow, you're extremely positive. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Steve. Yeah, that's what we're here for. This is a healthy huddle. I want you to have this resource every single Sunday morning. We're here at the same time. Just come in and hang out and get on a positive track and set your week up. So thank you for saying that. Okay, part 3, and then you're gonna go take a little bit of time for yourself to figure out what you're gonna do for your health, wealth, and happiness, or maybe you're just gonna sit and appreciate your life for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something, but use this huddle as an opportunity to reconnect with your health every single week. And when I say health, I mean every part of your health. Healthy finances, healthy relationships, a healthy self-image, healthy physical body, healthy stress management, all of it. So part 3 of today's talk is if you are having like cravings that will not leave you alone, you're just like always going for the bottle or always going for chocolate or always going for something like that. There is a body of work around this, and people have been able to get extreme help. And I'll speak for myself. I used to be a sugar addict. When I tell you addict, my friends, I got a couple girls on here who know for sure, who've been there. I remember I used to leave my house where I was living in Long Beach, California. I drive to LA to visit a friend. I would have a snack before I left, a sugar snack. It could be Skittles, whatever it was. I'd have a bag of that on my way to go see my friend. I'd stop at the 7-Eleven by her apartment building and get snacks at the 7-Eleven, eat those snacks while I was visiting my friend, all sugar, eat those snacks while I was visiting my friend, leave her place, stop at the Randy's Donuts off the 405, get more snacks, more donuts, eat them till I would get this sugar high, and then I would throw the rest of the donuts out the window of the car. Like I was a straight up mainline sugar fiend. Full-on addict. And I was like, oh, I guess I have a sweet tooth. No, sweetie. You have a chemical need. You're craving something. You're trying to fill it with this sugar. So if you have had, and so when I realized, I started reading books about it. I read, what was it called? Sugar Blues. And I read that one back in the day. And there's been a ton of work. There's a book called End Your Addiction Now, where they use amino acids. They found that certain amino acids can get your brain back in balance. And I discovered from this book, which is part 3 of what we're talking about today, it's called The Craving Cure. It's by Julia Ross. It's probably backwards since I'm using my backwards camera, but you can figure it out. This book, The Craving Cure by Julia Ross, so life changing. If you're having trouble with really intense cravings, you're having addiction issues to foods or different things like that, you might really want to check this out. I think she's probably got videos and interviews and stuff that she's done on YouTube, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But this book was a super duper life changer for me. I learned that I need like 5,000 milligrams of glutamine to stop my sugar cravings, and I'm no longer a sugar addict. So happy, happy days for that. So that's what I got for you today, y'all. How to know the difference between when you're hungry and when your stomach is just vacuuming and sprucing up the place for you. What to do if you are actually bored instead of eating. And then if you actually do have a real craving, there is help and there is hope. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'm going to be here next week, same time, same place. Please do subscribe. We're over 300 subscribers last time I looked, and I have not posted any shorts in like a month. So I'm sorry. I will get back on that, but it's been a fun, fun summer, and I hope you're having a fun summer. Big kisses. Do subscribe, do hit the like button, and I'm going to see you hopefully back here next week for more healthy, positive engagement. Have a great day. Mwah! Again, take the time after to think about yourself. Focus on your health.